Hey everybody, welcome to episode 40 of the Anthem podcast. I'm here wearing my purple just like I always am. Win or lose, rain or shine, take the oath. That's how we do. Unfortunately, the Ravens lost, so that we're going to be down in the playoffs now, and we talk a little bit about that. We also talk about Michael Phelps' girlfriend, a story from a couple of months ago that we brought up, and we're going to be talking a little bit about Charlie Hedbo and the shootings in Paris. So, keeping it a little bit serious and a little bit funny. On the funny side, you will get introduced to the Babes in Birdland, another podcast that may be featured on the network later on. So, all that and more is coming up on the Anthem podcast right now.
Happy birthday, Mr. President. This is Corey, and this is the Other Anthem podcast.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Rob.
I did that one for you.
It's funny, because the last person who did that for me had smaller tits, so
yeah.
It's weird.
I have a very healthy, I don't know, it's probably a C, I guess.
I'm happy with it.
It's all right.
I don't need to adjust.
Listen.
Easton.
I can... Looks good in a bra. It's all that matters. It doesn't need to... I don't need to put them out there and just be like...
I thought for sure...
I don't need to be all about that.
I thought for sure that Kim was going to call those assholes over to sing to me at the restaurant. And I don't call them assholes because they do that. I call him an asshole, and I call you all assholes. Because...
trying to make it happen?
Right, because it's so demeaning. And I fucking hate it. I hate it because I don't like being the center of attention. Obviously. And I hate it because my birthday's just another day, and who really gives a shit? For now, it'll be a national holiday someday. But third, because
you will be able to get a used car at a discount price.
Hugely discounted. The entire month. We're going to adopt the Epeasy style and have a month-long birthday celebration.
Yeah.
So it'll just be a month off of school, a month off of work. Everybody stay home and celebrate.
Everybody stay home and read your Robert N. Sheik books.
Do you hear the people singing the songs of angry men? Anyway,
Singing Patriot song?
Yes. But for people who have worked in the restaurant business before, I've done that. And I've always seen them like, oh, fuck, we got a fucking birthday.
Right.
Table 7 birthday. I need people! Where are some people? Let's do this! Happy faces. Yeah, put the cigarette out, Juan. Let's go.
just there we go. Hit it out. Hit it right away.
I'm clapping the, what was it? The song?
The Rainforest Cafe song?
We had a guy that made up the lyrics so everybody would be singing like...
Yeah.
Happy birthday, it comes from me to you. Happy birthday, I hope you get the flu, or whatever. Like, it's just so demeaning, I
hope you get the plague.
Like, we did Texas Roadhouse, me and my sugar mama a couple years ago, and they brought out the saddle, and I was like, I'm not getting on the saddle. And it was like, yeah, like, they were like, you have to get on the saddle or we sing the song. I said, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not getting on the fucking saddle. And then, like, 10 minutes later, I felt like the asshole because they brought it out a second time, and this dude who was, like, twice my age got on it, like, woo! Giddy up! And I was sitting there, and she was like, this is why people don't like you, because you don't know how to have fun.
Yeah, you don't know how to make the best of a sad situation.
I do.
I took your horrible remark about me having big kitties,
breasts,
and turned it into a comical joke about how I'm happy, and yeah. Well, I won't even get on the fucking saddle.
I won't get on the saddle. But I would, God damn it.
Rob, you were all about hitting your shit today.
I'm so tired. It's fucking hell. We have so much to do, and I'm so tired.
Yeah.
I can't even, it's been an exhausting day.
Can't even right now.
I have had so many carbs this afternoon. I can't. I literally can't. I just literally can't even.
The reason, if I had to put a particular reason on why I can't even at the moment, it's because the Ravens...
That was a very dad thing to say. If I had to put a reason on how I can't even today, it's because I smoked the pot.
It's because I woke up in the morning and I didn't have a good night's sleep.
I did.
So remember, kiddos, when you decide to, I don't know, whatever. Fuck the Ravens. God damn it. This game, You know what kills me inside? It's like when the Ravens are terrible, like when they don't have it going on, like they did most of the games this season, like when they got crushed by the Texans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, well, yeah, we got our medicine. But like when we play relatively well and lose a game that we should have won,
yeah,
that hurts. That one,
especially when Joe Flacco throws his first interception in 198 attempts in the postseason, and then follows it up with a second interception that ends the game for all intents and purposes. And then the heartbreak of Harbaugh calling the timeout at 15 seconds. Let's throw that bad boy down into the end zone. We got a 60-yard throw. 60 yards in the air.
yeah.
And it's a tip drill. Tip drill. Anyway. It's a tip drill, and they still can't come up with it.
Yeah.
It's very upsetting.
Am I the only one who really hates the Patriots? I feel like everybody should.
I don't have a feeling one way or the other.
They're like the Yankees of the NFL, which
They
is
are.
kind of ironic because Boston loves them so much.
Yes. But, I mean, I don't hate them because I'm just like, whatever.
You're just like, is there a team that you hate?
No, Steelers.
Yeah, but I don't even hate the Steelers that much.
Listen, I mean, I dated a Steelers fan. And it was like hate fucking every single time. There was no love in that relationship.
Well, the BJs must have been easy without all the teeth. And nay.
But, she was missing the front six. It made things a lot easier. She just keep her mouth closed. Anyway, but no, the Steelers I don't like. The NFC North I'm not a fan of. But other than that,
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't care. Like, you know, when we play the Browns, it's not like, man, I can't wait to fucking beat the Browns.
Depending.
I'm tired of their
if
shit.
Johnny Football had been in, I would have been like,
Oh, well, yeah, I mean-
Suggs.
Yeah, but I would
Let's give him a Theismann.
if Manziel was on, like, the, I don't know, Bills,
Yeah.
and we played the Bills, I would be like, oh, man,
That's true.
let's shut this Manziel kid up.
Every time you sack him, just walk away. Give me the money sign. Money sign.
When my boyfriend, Pernell McPhee, goes balls deep in Johnny Manziel.
There's been a lot of homosexual erotica that you've written for me tonight about McPhee. Always using his full name, always referring to him as your boyfriend.
Yeah.
I feel like this is something that is trying to pop itself out, and you're just not willing to come to terms with it yet.
I tell you why I like it.
Yeah.
It's because it checks all the boxes, if you will.
Right.
It starts with the declaration of my boyfriend,
Right.
and then the full name, like, you know, he's somebody who should be respected, and the whole thing just comes out very easily.
My boyfriend.
Boyfriend Pernell McPhee. It started, I will say, before the whole, you know, relationship began with Pernell McPhee.
Right.
The long sordid tale of Corey and Pernell McPhee.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever he would get a sack, me and my dad would go to the games, and whenever he'd get a sack, I would say to him very matter-of-factly, if you're a quarterback in the NFL, you must pay McPhee.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Oh, I remember that now. Yes.
That went on. That always gets a good laugh every once in a while. But I needed to escalate a bit.
60% of the time, it worked every time.
Pernell McPhee deserved better than that. So now he is my boyfriend, Pernell McPhee, and I really hope he doesn't go anywhere.
Here's what I sense.
If he signs a new contract, I'll buy his jersey.
I sense that this may end up with you getting a sex change operation, actually having sex with Pernell McPhee, denying it, then releasing the story, then denying it again, and then making a porno of you having sex with
That
Pernell
sounds like
McPhee.
somebody else that we know.
Yeah. It's not a good segue if you call it a segue. Jesus, unprofessionals here. I can hear.
They can't pick that up on the...
Oh, really?
Yeah, we can't hear...
Well, shit. Well, shit. Anyway, no.
You could just hear like a one-sided conversation of your part yelling at EP. It's not a good segue if you say it. Well, fuck you too, then, bitch.
What people don't know is that it's actually
say that again. Say that again.
the people who don't know need to realize that there is in fact no one else here. This is just me inside of my head.
We just pipe in sounds of other people sitting around.
Oh no, you don't exist. You're a figment of my imagination, and I'm doing both parts.
Like in Fight Club.
Like in Fight Club.
Yeah.
There's a story on the Dead Drop this week.
Spoiler alert.
Story on the Dead Drop this week about how all the characters were inside of Jack's head. That nobody was real. And it was all about cutting off the balls and emasculation and being transgendered and wanting that to come out. So he was becoming Marla. Much like Michael Phelps' girlfriend used to be a man and became a woman. Did you see that, by the way? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
I have. You posted it on my Facebook timeline, and you're just like, look at this shit.
Well, because I called it months ago.
Yeah.
Can we acknowledge I did call it?
Well, listen, if I'm getting 6 figures, then I will. I imagine that I would be game for a lot more than I would be if I wasn't getting 6 figures.
I absolutely agree. But
me and Pernell McPhee can make this thing official for 6 figures.
My point was, she tells the story one way, he has told it another way.
Right.
The question is,
has he spoke publicly on this?
He is not. He said she's not my girlfriend. We've never been involved in a relationship, which tells me he banged that bitch once, maybe twice. Maybe she was his side chick. Also, a new side chick. I was one. Now on a deaddrop.com. But no, my guess is he had a side chick who turned out wasn't born a chick. That's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
She tells the story as if they are dating and boyfriend and girlfriend, but they're not. She's the side chick. That's it. And, let me slip into that conversation that I was born a man.
Yeah.
So now Michael Phelps is having sex with a dude, which isn't true.
Right.
So she is a post-op transsexual. Well, transsexual is out of prominence now. She's a post-operational transgendered person. She has been reassigned from he to the they to she.
Okay. Well,
you call transgender people by the third person pronoun, they.
Well,
even if
the more you know.
But no, so I said when the story first broke, it's that Michael Phelps' girlfriend talked about them having sex.
Right.
And I was like, this is not the end of the fucking story. There's something else.
Yeah. She's
setting the table for something else. And then mysteriously someone else called BuzzFeed or Daily Beast or whoever and was like, that used to be a dude. And now it's like, oh, Michael Phelps had sex with a dude during the Super Bowl. Let's see, Super Bowl party. Was it a game?
Well, yeah, she said something like the only part of the story in the porn that's not true is that in the porn we had sex at the Ravens game during halftime.
Yeah.
But in real life, we just were watching the Ravens game and then had sex.
Okay. So
we were like Michael Phelps' crib. It's just like.
But nonetheless, so it came up, and then now she was a he, so that's a huge deal. And I think it says more about our society where like we are making a big deal about the fact that she used to be a guy.
Yeah.
That tells me that we're not there yet. By the way, mad props to Jen and not Jen, Angelina and Brad for allowing their kid.
Angelina.
I almost said Jen and Brad, which was really a flashback. I was watching some Friends earlier this week. Anyway, but no, to Angelina and Brad, who Shiloh now wants to be referred to as John and wear suits and stuff, and they're just like, we refer to him however he wants to be referred to. He wants to be called John, I'll call him John. Like, good for you guys.
Yeah.
And in the same week, that teenager.
I would have a hard time with that.
Why?
Like if I was just like, listen, your name is Cadillac.
Right.
You will be referred to as Cadillac.
Well, Cadillac.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you want to be. I don't want to care a shit if you want to be Jerry now. You're always Cadillac to me. He talks to his friends. He's just like, yeah, my name's Jerry. I'm just like, Cadillac! In case you didn't know.
Your daughter,
yeah,
Cadillac?
my daughter, Cadillac. In case you didn't know, I was going to name my first kid Cadillac.
Thank God he's not in charge of that. Either having the child or naming it. Yeah. Not in charge of anything. Thank God. But no.
When the one day mother is like the baby has just been born. Like she's like pulling the doctor aside, like by the scruff of the neck, and it's just like, whatever he says, it's not on the birth certificate.
Well, I think
you don't fill out that birth certificate until I am better.
Most women who you might have sex with would probably pull the doctor aside and be like, don't put him on the birth certificate.
Father unknown.
Father unknown. Well, this guy Stephen
unknown.
But no, So, but in the same week, we had two stories come out. We had a story about a teenager who had a very public suicide note published on Tumblr, and then went and killed himself. and had no access to anything else. So we actually stepped out in front of traffic, which fucking sucks. Because now you're involving. It's like suicide by cop, where you're involving a third person in it. And I
now they have to live forever with the fact that they mowed down.
And he posted like an apology because he said, "This is what I'm going to do, and I want somebody to tell the driver like." I am planning this. This is not your fault. No matter what you do, this is happening.
No matter what, like
they're always going to feel good.
Yeah, you're never going to feel better. Yeah, it's not like you plow into a kid and then you're just like, hey, by the way, he meant to do that, so don't feel bad. It could have been anybody, and you'd just be like, oh, good.
Well, I know, but
well, now that I know it, I'm glad that I knocked that one off my bucket list. I always wanted to run somebody down with a car.
I think about like, if I had turned right instead of left, I wouldn't have been there. Like either way, you're gonna feel bad about it. So I hate that he involved somebody else. But you're 17, you have no options. I could see why you do.
There's not like a bridge somewhere, or
he lived in like Kansas or something. So I mean, literally, it was like sit and wait for a train or walk across the highway.
Yeah.
And he found a bit of highway that had a lot of trucks and stepped out in front of a truck.
There wasn't like a cow he could fuck with, and
I don't know if you really think about. Do you think about the things that come out of your mouth before you say
What?
Well, no,
what was so horribly wrong with that?
What's a cow gonna do?
I don't know. Like, imagine if you piss off a cow enough, it's big, and it'll like,
Cows are very docile for the most part.
All right, whatever.
You can find a bull, maybe.
Yeah, there we go.
But even
the
bulls,
Las Vegas shoot.
Even Kupatar family.
A ching.
But cows are very docile. And do you know when they put the bull in the chute, there's actually this thing that pokes them in the ass with like a metal tip, like a needle.
Yeah.
That pisses them off and gets them to go crazy. Because sometimes if you get rides that are real tame, it's because that thing misfired and didn't actually catch them. And so the thing's like, and it's more just like, get off me.
That would be funny. You get guy comes out and says like, he's in the Living Las Vegas shoot, and he's off on Buckaroo. And then the cows are like, it's like
Buckaroo's not doing very much bucking today.
Just walks, lays down in the middle of the arena. Just like, I'm done with this. Looks like somebody's gonna have to put Buckaroo down with a Smith & Wesson. Smith & Wesson, the official gun of the PBR tour.
Your rodeo announcer voice is probably my favorite voice. Oh no, second favorite to the teenage girl. Teenage girl doing the rodeo announcer voice.
Oh my god! Go. Can we? All right. Let's see here.
While he's doing that, our sponsor this week is Chesapeake Auto Repair on Comet Driving in Centerville. Chesapeake Auto Repair. Go fuck yourself.
I figured you were just leaving it open so I could say something negative, but then I was going to say they're actually really kind-hearted.
No,
people.
fuck them. Fuck them.
All right, so
don't take your car there.
You want my girl voice with the rodeo?
Doing a rodeo your teenage girl doing the rodeo announcer.
All right, so like over there in the Vegas shoot is what's this guy's fucking name again? His last name is Yates. Ugh. All right. Well, Jim Yates is on. They fucking named the bull. All right, Buckaroo. Buckaroo and the Living Las Vegas shoot, and they're off. And look at that fucker. Oh my god, he's really not having this at the moment. He doesn't like it. Can we stop seriously with all the cows like that are like needlessly being put out here and putting on a show for us people? I can't even right now. And he's off. And that lasted 8 seconds, which is much better than you ever did, fucking Steve. Steve. How dare you?
Most of this event reminds me of my ex-boyfriends because they can't even stay on for 8 seconds. Corey, I'm talking to you. Nobody play any. Nobody play any Pink Floyd. God, shut. Nobody play any Nobody play any Pink Floyd.
You having trouble there, Chad?
Stop it.
For the record, I hear.
Okay, I got it. Stop making me laugh.
Let's just do it.
I can't do the voice while I'm laughing. Nobody play any Pink Floyd. Flashback. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a flashback. Oh, it's a terrible sex to comment Pink Floyd.
So there was that.
Oh god. I'm so tired, my contacts are drying out.
What do you...
For all those who are watching at home, this is me messing with my contacts. Oh wait, we don't have video anymore.
What would you imagine that girl would be like if she was the new offensive coordinator of the Ravens?
Do we need a new offensive coordinator?
No, I'm just saying.
Are we getting rid of Kubiak? Is that a rumor? Is there a rumor that Kubiak's not coming back?
Well, he has to... his time is spent in the offseason.
Yeah.
As a lookalike for the kid from the Munsters.
He's doing the comic.
So that takes up a lot of his free time.
Right, yeah.
And, though, of course, I'll say family issues, quote unquote, but, in reality, Eddie Munster doesn't play himself at these things.
Right, yes.
Actually, he does, but, he can't be everywhere at once.
2 Comic-Cons in the same weekend? Call Gary Kubiak.
New York and San Diego?
Call Gary
Who gets Kubiak? How about this one as the girl like as offensive coordinator?
Go ahead.
Why don't we just run another screen pass? That always works.
Somebody give it to Justin Forsett already.
All right, you fuckers run over here and you fuckers run over there, and they won't know what's going on. And then all of a sudden, you throw the ball to that one, and he will run down for the touchdown.
The best part is your head and your arm movements. They start feminizing in a way that makes me think.
I have to channel
you channel it.
Yeah, this is
throw that ball. Oh my god, you threw it so far. It's like they're great. We should do.
Did you see Joe Flacco throw that ball all like them 60 yards or something like that?
First of all, can we talk about the beard? How sexy with the beard. Oh my god.
I always had this, I guess you would call it a fantasy.
Okay.
That when Joe Flacco was really awkward in those first Mariner Bank commercials,
right,
that, I would just be working there. I'd be doing the hair and makeup because I'm good at that shit.
Are you a fluffer? Are you talking about being a fluffer?
No, I'm not talking about
cool.
fluffing Joe Flacco. How dare you? He's the quarterback. I couldn't do that.
You did that to Johnny in high school.
That was different.
Okay. Joe Flacco.
He had tuberculosis. I felt bad.
He was the quarterback. He just told you that just to sleep with you.
What an asshole.
I know, right?
Anyway, when Joe Flacco was awkward in those first Mariner Bank commercials, I really, really, really had this thing where I was working there. I was doing hair or makeup,
right?
One of those things,
right?
And then afterwards, he was just you did a really good job, but it was kind of awkward.
Oh my god, sploosh!
I know, right?
What? YouTube. I think we should do. Okay, guys. Welcome to the Babes and Birdland podcast. We're gonna talk about Oreos and ravens and splooshes and fashion. That's what we talk about. Oh my god, Corey's dying. Somebody get him out the mouth. Oh my god.
Oh my god, literally, just specifically, my lungs at the moment can't even.
So, oh my god, did you see the mun on that guy? It was amazing. It was amazing. That mun was so hot. Seriously, sploosh. The thing I'm going to miss most about this fan fest this year, obviously, Nick Markakis. With the beard and the mun and oh my god, sploosh.
Did you ever hear the story that Kevin Millar told about Nick Markakis?
Oh, no, what story was that?
Alright, so Kevin Millar, he was with the Orioles, obviously.
Duh.
I'm telling the other people, we're on the fucking internet right now. Not everybody knows.
This is the Babes in Birdland. They better know, okay? Just come correct. That's what I say.
All right, whatever. But here's the thing. So, Kevin Millar was taking his batting practice daily, and Nick Markakis was out there, Is he
the one with the shaved head?
No, he had he kind of looked like Guy Fieri.
Oh my God, Guy Fieri?
Yeah.
I saw him in a bathroom up in New York at a place. It was amazing. I was like, why are you in the women's bathroom? And he was like, because I'm Guy Fieri.
I love his deep fried butter bombs.
Oh my God, they go straight to your thighs.
Hold on a second. But I was telling a story.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Kevin Millar is doing batting practice, and he hits a long fly deep ball.
Ooh.
And Nick Markakis is chasing it down. And then Kevin Millar yells at him, and he goes, "Go on and run it down, you little terrorist." And everybody has a good laugh about it because he's got a beard like that.
Oh my God, that is not even appropriate, okay?
Listen, it was a joke.
It's not even appropriate for a joke.
You gotta joke about these things sometimes.
No, we don't. We can't be telling jokes
We
like
got fucking freedom of speech in this country.
No,
it's
we
like
don't.
you don't even know.
I can't even with you right now.
I can't even with you.
Oh my God.
I think we should just sexy make out.
Okay, let's do it. And
Scene. There we go.
Oh, that was amazing. Oh,
That's how Babes in Birdland is going to happen.
it's gonna absolutely sound like that.
I think you guys need to.
Well, if it doesn't happen on its own soon enough, then we're just gonna have to
do it
with the.
I think so.
Hi.
Hi, this is Gina,
And my name is Becky,
and this is the Babes in Birdland podcast.
and we're gonna be talking about booze
And birds.
and everything in between.
Yay!
Can I ask a serious question?
Yes.
Has my face returned to a normal color other than the beet red I'm sure it was a second ago when I almost died?
It has.
Okay,
it has.
good.
Was that based on something that I said? Because I feel like I was super funny in that riff. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll pick it out in the
Send your comments to Corey at ODM.com. Who played the better girl in the Babes in Birdland podcast riff?
Put the
God.
poll up on the.
So I think that it's good to laugh because it's been nothing but sadness for our birds,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
But plus side,
Both of them made the playoffs.
they both did make the playoff. That's gonna be in the Babes in Birdland podcast too. Oh my God!
That's how we segue from bit to bet.
Yeah.
We just hit the.
I think it's stirred my mouth a little bit.
We got a call. His call is from Rob.
Hey guys, how's it going? How's the podcast going, guys?
So, I had the opportunity to sleep with 7 women at the same time.
Oh my God, that's disgusting! You're the worst kind of person.
Wait, seriously, what happened?
Seriously, I can
were
just-
you?
no.
Were you
I don't
like?
even-
Hold on!
Don't
shut
glorify
up.
this.
Listen,
Don't glorify this.
I gotta know. Were you fucking one of them, and then the rest of them were eating pussy like fucking human centipede style, or is that like? Is that how it happens, or?
Why are you even giving him a chance to talk about this? It's disgusting.
I don't want it, but I kind of want to know.
You want it. You totally want it.
Just because I've been in a 5-way doesn't mean I want to be a 7-way. Jesus Christ.
This is how Rob always gets laid because girls are like, ew, he's disgusting. Let me give you my number. Don't be that girl. You're better than that.
I'm not being that girl.
You're totally that girl.
He already fucked me. It doesn't even matter anymore.
And by definition, that means I don't want to fuck you anymore. So, congratulations. Oh, God. Anyway, so,
By the way, I think we've gone off the rails
a
quite
little bit. On the plus side, we are less than 100 days from opening day.
Yeah, so we got that to look forward to.
That's a plus. 40 days from pitchers and catchers reporting.
Mm-hmm.
Also good. And 70 days till part of the posse takes spring break. Or spring training. Ooh, ooh.
I look forward to hearing all about it.
Mm-hmm.
I went to spring training, but it rained.
Yeah.
I went to spring training. It was amazing.
Here's what I'm going to say. I've been to Hawaii.
Right.
Weather was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to Puerto Rico. Weather's going to be amazing. So I'm on this roll of going to nice places and having good
Nice weather.
Yeah, so I think that I think I'm going to bring that in.
At this time last year, we were in Vegas. Didn't rain.
Didn't rain.
Can you believe it?
And it was like warm. It was
I know.
Weird. It was weird because it was warm days but cold nights. And then like
It's the best. Like you put a sweater on. Yeah.
right, like you wear the
I'm
jeans.
still kind of channeling this girl, even though I'm
Yeah.
speaking in like my regular voice. I don't know if you can see the hand
I can
going like
see it.
that.
It's like coming out. Like you leave the hotel at like 2:00 and it's a little warm in your jeans. But when you come out of the casino at 8, you're like, I'm so glad I wore the jeans. when we sit smoking cigarettes and drinking whiskey for 5 hours at a blackjack table, and they're like, "What time is it? Oh my god!"
I still
glad you wore jeans.
I still like. I guess it is kind of weird that I have a flashback to this because the Ravens lost to the Patriots today.
Mm-hmm.
But last year when we were sitting at the blackjack table in Old Vegas,
and
I had money on the Patriots to cover the spread.
Yeah.
And Blunt's has like a huge run.
Come on, you motherfucker!
Like, it's just like I played my hand, and then I'm just like, run, you fucker, run!
Little Asian woman's like, okay, I remember.
You want to split? Oh, I'm sorry, it's not about you. It's not about you. Extra point!
So, and you got to picture.
I need to cover the spread.
This is perfectly funny, except for we were like 6 hours of drinking in. So
yeah.
Although that sounds funny, it was very much more like, "Run, you motherfucker! Fuck you!"
It's whatever the sound of me being pushed up against the table sounds like. So it was like, "You
run, you motherfucker."
How many points? I gotta get another half a point. Can they score a half a point?
They can score half a
I
point.
need to cover the spread.
They can.
I need to cover the spread. Can somebody get a half a point, please?
So yes, and sad face. We were in Vegas a year ago.
I know.
Although I think that part of the discussion of being there was like, we need to do that podcast thing because this would be amazing. We could have done the podcast.
Oh yeah, I think we did.
And here we are.
Yeah,
that was the last kick in the ass. That was like, hey, we should really do this.
Yeah. So
and
now you guys get to enjoy it.
Yeah, you can enjoy 40 minutes of us talking in Valley Girl voices. So anyway, football's over for us. Baseball's coming. Are you going to watch the Super Bowl? Are you interested at all? Do you care?
Like, I'll watch it. I don't really, like, I don't know.
I'm cheering the Panthers. I want the 7 and 9 team to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, man.
I want them to kick ass. Wait, where are they? Seattle? Go to the defending champions, kick their ass. Go to Green Bay, hand it to...
right now, we're recording this podcast on Saturday after the game.
Yeah.
But the Panthers and the Seahawks are playing right now. So.
I thought they were playing tomorrow.
No, I think they're playing right now.
Okay, well, we'll find out later.
So this might not even be real.
But wait,
Rob wants the Panthers to win. Currently, at this moment, they're losing 42-0.
No idea. We have no clue.
Middle of the second.
17-10 Seattle.
Oh, there you go.
That is way too close to call.
Way too close to call.
First, what is
recount in Florida?
What?
In the fourth with 12 minutes, 17-10.
Seattle plays down to the team that they're playing against. They're so much better than Carolina, but they're just like, whatever. And Cam Newton's gonna fucking Superman them on the. I can already see. It's gonna. Who's got the ball?
That doesn't really matter.
Anyway,
when somebody's listening to this at Tuesday morning,
like, wow,
they're just gonna be like, "What?"
Russell Wilson put down 40 points in last 12 minutes. I don't even know what he's talking about.
All I'm saying is Oregon could probably beat Seattle, or not Seattle, Panthers.
Yeah. You would think.
A good college team could potentially.
Did they started doing the playoff thing this year, didn't they?
Doing what playoff?
College playoff.
Oh, college. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I really haven't gotten.
Nah, I don't care.
Now that Maryland's not in the ACC anymore, it all just hurts.
Yeah. Did you see that they lost it? The basketball team lost. They had the first chance at like a 15-1 season.
No, I
and
didn't
they
see
lost
that.
like 2 in a row. Because they're going to the big. Because you're in the Big Ten now. Nobody knows. Was it Big Ten? Is that where?
I just want to beat Duke. I just like it
Yeah.
when we beat Duke. Anywho.
So let's talk about something else because sports and everything Valley Girls aside,
yeah,
there's serious things going on in the world.
Serious business.
Transgendered women making pornography. I do just want to say, I called it from the beginning. She was in it for the money. Michael, you should have just paid that bitch off.
Or
that's what she wanted.
Or maybe you try and find like a classy gal who like
pay that bitch off.
You feel like Michael Phelps would be able to like introduce himself to like some like.
Listen, you and
like at some point he's got to be at like a dinner party with the Dutch or the heiress of the Utz potato chip fortune or something like that.
We've talked about this before. I could date very nice women. I date very nice women. I date down to the sluts. I love the sluts. I love the sluts. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, you could date better women, but...
All the women I'm currently sleeping with, you're not the sluts. It's everybody. It's everybody before and after.
Exactly right.
Because this ain't lasting forever.
But like the whole thing I don't get is like, or I do get from him is that you do what you have access to. He has access to everyone, so he's gonna do everyone.
Yeah.
Even chicks who used to be dudes. Who
Why
cares?
not? Yeah.
Who cares? Just getting it done.
It one too many Bud Lights.
And that could be it too. I don't know, but he should have just paid the girl off. She
Had one too many Bud Lights. Stopped reading descriptions on Tinder. Just right on everybody.
Just swiping right. At some point, I accidentally hit the button that went for men looking for men. I'm still just swiping right, swiping right. Yeah.
Oh, fuck Michael Phelps.
Anyway, so check out that story. It's really ridiculous. And if you have heard us talk about it before, if you've seen it on a Dead Drop, I basically predicted that was going to happen. Go back to like episode 33. Here's the thing. I need to be in the business. I'm picking winners on in music. I'm picking winners in film, and I'm picking out scandals before they happen.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be in this business. Somebody give me a job.
The underwriting bets on unusual
over under on if this dude or this chick used to be a dude. Solid 60-40. That's gonna cover the spread.
I'm gonna give you 5-1 odds. This Iggy Azalea chick turns out to be something.
I would have taken that bet. Oh, God, it would have cleaned up too.
Anyway,
so there are serious things going on in the world.
Yes,
there is this week tragedy afoot in Paris.
Yeah, the satirical newspaper Charlie Hedbo had been, for most of its existence, been pushing buttons
for everybody.
Yeah, for everybody. They like to talk about themselves as an equal opportunity offender.
Yeah.
Much like the Anthem podcast.
Right. We offend everybody, even the people in the room. Yeah.
Nobody is safe. But they ran a cover that depicted the Prophet Muhammad.
They've done more than one.
Well,
yes,
the most recent one,
yeah,
caused a rampage that killed 12 people. 2 of them were like cops who were working there.
Right.
One of them, I think, was a maintenance man.
Right.
One of them was the editor, and the rest were
people who worked at
journalists and cartoonists and stuff like that.
And it went on a couple of days spree that led to the deaths of more than 20 people all around the city. But so it leads us to a couple of interesting points. Number one being that the magazine had they didn't think negatively about doing whatever they wanted to do. The Danish newspaper published some cartoons. They got death threats, and so the editors of I'm just gonna call it Charlie. Well, let's republish them. Fuck them. No, you had them withdraw them. You had them say or do an apology. Fuck it. We're gonna publish them. No apologies.
Well, there's an interesting argument happening on the internet right now.
Okay.
Which I find particularly interesting. The thought process that, well, to call it a satirical newspaper, like The Onion or something like that, is a little much, because there's been arguments that it's more like the BuzzFeed. It's like a newspaper version of BuzzFeed.
Okay.
It's sort of like they write articles to get people upset.
Right.
And like
so
it's like clickbait of newspapers.
Well, again, not to sidetrack too much, but did you hear about that BuzzFeed making up a word in a quiz? It was something like, find out if you're a fruglio, and then there was a quiz with like 90 questions, and hundreds of thousands of people sat down and took the quiz to find out if they were this thing that BuzzFeed made up. Yeah. And that whole point was like, we're doing a social experiment, and you all lost because you're all losers.
Did they at the end say this isn't a real word?
No.
Oh, at the end they were just like, you are a fruglio.
Yeah, because they wanted people to be like, I am a fruglio. Why don't you take the quiz and find out if you are too? And hundreds of thousands of people took it, and you're just like, what is wrong with you? And I saw the story, and I was like, that's not a real thing.
There was an article once, I think I have it somewhere deep within my bookmarks. Let's see if I can find it. But they were talking about like the science behind clickbait sites like BuzzFeed and Mashable and everything like that. And like one of one of the pictures that went along with the article was just like a huge whiteboard, like the type you'd see in like a college classroom. And it was just like an algorithm going across the entire thing of like what makes people click on something. Mm-hmm. Like what about puppies makes people want to click on more puppies? And
Top
like,
10 celebrity nip slips. Click. Yeah. But no, so nonetheless, whatever you want to classify them as, they weren't afraid to take it to everybody. The Catholic Church was a favorite target.
Yeah.
Islam was a favorite target. Unfortunately, Islam targeted them back. Radical Islam targeted them back.
Right. Which is obviously something that, like, again, because anytime anything like this comes up, you know, we lump religions all together.
Right.
You know, I love the parable from The West Wing. Mm-hmm. Like Muslim is to Muslim extremist as Christianity is the KKK.
Interesting point, because a story that was overlooked on the news a lot this week was that a member of the Ku Klux Klan set a bomb next to an abortion clinic in Kansas, and completely ignored by the mainstream media. But the whole point that I was seeing made on some of my alternative news sites is this is the same thing.
Right.
This is radical Christianity using violence as a weapon. And then we have radical Islam, but you don't hear Billy Graham coming out on his Twitter, or Billy Graham Jr. or whatever, and saying, listen, those guys in Kansas don't stand for us.
Right.
Because they don't feel like they need to.
Yeah.
But moms all over the world are like, we do not condone violence, all that kind of stuff. So
I've also maintained throughout the many years that words don't hurt people.
Right.
Emotions hurt people.
Yeah.
You know, if I call you a cunt, then just in that one word doesn't necessarily, like, you know, that doesn't, like, pain you.
Right.
In any kind of way. But, you know, if we're being pulled off each other when we just had a fist fight, it's like, you're a real fucking cunt. And, like, you hurt, like, emotionally because I said it, then that's a different...
Now, in this fist fight, is someone going to pull us apart and allow the other person to strike me in the face
I'm going to throw my shoe at you.
And then after the fight, throw the shoe at me after I call you a cunt? Is that how that's going to work?
Something like that.
Okay.
But
no, words don't hurt you. It's the backing of the words.
There's no such thing as bad words, just bad intentions.
Now, and to be fair, Charlie Magazine did, in fact, try to do the, I think that there was a lot of baiting. There was a lot of, like, Muhammad making out with a guy on one cover, which is like, okay, you're trying to get a reaction.
Well, the other side of the argument, the free speech argument, has always been, yes, you have the right to free speech. But if you yell fire in the movie theater... You're not exempt from consequences.
And those consequences are brought about by the governing authority, not by extremists. But, by the way, can we just keep into account that we're assigning American idealism to another country? Because there is no First Amendment in France. Well, they have similar law, but it's not the Constitution.
Well, it's just una momente.
No. I mean,
una momente.
We found that it was so key to the Republic that we put it in the founding document, from which everything else springs.
Yeah.
They have really just enacted laws that established it. So it's like a different concept. For laymen, it's not, but in a constitutional scholar's point of view, it is a much different argument to have. That being case law and law versus constitutional. It's a big deal. But nonetheless, should not devolve into gunfire.
Yeah.
And I find that every group online has found something else to talk about when it comes to this. The Second Amendmenters are like, this wouldn't happen in America because we all have guns and we would have ended that shit early. And I'm like, I don't know that that's true. Maybe not. And then the religious people are like, these people just need some Jesus. If they had some Jesus in them, then this wouldn't happen. This radicalness is coming out of Islam. Everybody's got something to say about it, and none of it really matters.
Yeah.
None of it really matters.
I feel like we're so quick. You know, maybe it was... I remember on 9/11, I immediately wanted answers. I didn't want to wait.
Do you remember when you stopped the world ends? I don't know this song.
Yeah.
Where were you when the world stopped turning?
I still love the South Park. Where were you when they built the ladder to heaven?
Are you here just trying to make a buck off them? Of course not. I'm here to celebrate these brave kids. By the way, I got a new CD
right over here.
But, I mean, listen, what are you going to do? There's going to be radicals. There's always going to... Islamophobia is already big in Europe, and so is xenophobia for people coming in.
Maybe we just need, like, a new... I feel like I've been saying dumbass murder a lot.
Yeah.
Like, anytime anybody's offended by any, like, kind of, like, big death or, you know, attack of any kind.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be cops shooting people or people shooting cops or, you know, fucking terrorist attack on a newspaper in France.
Right.
It's not... don't try and make it more than it is. It's just stupid fucking dumbass murder.
It is.
It's like there's no... Don't try and rationalize something that doesn't deserve rationale.
Here's what I'll say.
It's just like how somebody can fucking, you know, get the incorrect change at the post office and for whatever reason that makes them snap and then they start shooting people in the parking lot.
I thought it was usually the postman that went.
Well, I'm trying to open it up to everybody.
Okay. Equal opportunity.
Yeah, just equal opportunity offender.
Right, gotcha.
Customers at the post office can't go on murderous rampages too.
I'm sure that they can. But here's my point.
But yeah, like nobody, you know, if I'm at the post office and I catch one in the eye and die,
yeah,
you know, don't make an argument that, like, you know, you're like, oh, we're just a violent society and, you know, this is a horrible, that guy really had it out for curly-haired Irish kids or whatever the case may be. No, it's just fucking stupid, dumbass murder. It's just, it's nothing, it doesn't have to be fucking...
See, but the problem with that is you run the risk of oversimplifying it, too. There are a lot of issues that need to be dealt with. I mean, we need to talk about radical Islam and its source. You know what its source is? We go into their countries and kill them. That's why they hate us.
Yeah.
They hate us because we bomb the shit out of them.
Right.
It has nothing to do with them hating freedom. It doesn't have to do with them hating Charlie Hebdo or whatever. What it has to do with is the French constantly getting in the way in North Africa.
Well, yeah, I mean, I saw a really interesting stat that was the Muslims make up, like, Islam is 5% of the French population, but 20% of the prison population or something like that.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
By the way, does that sound familiar like anything in the U.S.?
The numbers are a little bit bigger, but...
A little bigger on both, though,
yeah, on both sides of it.
But it's... The one story I looked to from this whole mess was the policeman whose name is Ahmed. And people were posting on Instagram and Twitter, Je suis Charlie.
Yeah.
Saying, you know, I am Charlie. But then a second round came around saying, Je suis Ahmed. Ahmed was he's a Muslim and a police officer. And apparently there was an exchange in the street where the guys popped out of the car and said, what are you doing? We're Muslims. And he said, I'm a police officer who happens to be Muslim. And they said, oh, okay. And shot him, and then walked up to him while he pled for his life on the ground and shot him point blank range. So, like, that's the guy I look to. Because here's the thing about that guy. He stuck to his morals above everything else. And I know a lot of people who would have been like, fuck them! Fuck Charlie!
Fuck the infidels!
Fuck the infidels! Like, I'm going to take I don't have a gun because I'm a French cop, but I'll take my baton and spin it in the air or whatever.
And I will take my baguette and I will hit you over the head with it as hard as I possibly can.
Right. Like, let's go get the infidels! And then when they round the corner, like, turn around and run the opposite direction. But he didn't. He said, I'm a police officer. You pay me to I am paid to stand between you and the innocent people. Now, if only the NYPD would learn that fucking lesson. Anyway, let's not go down that.
Yeah.
But no,
Rob has had enough people angry at him about police statements.
No, listen. We're gonna in the future. I will be taking the NYPD directly in my sights right before I go visit the city.
I can't wait to go find a new co-host for this podcast at that point.
Well, the cops are slowing down in NYPD.
I'm just gonna start. Oh, that's right.
They're not giving any tickets. They're not giving any beatings. They're not giving any murders. It's weird. It's like normal.
All of a sudden, the crime rate dropped significantly too.
Right.
The Money Colvin plan.
Well, and so the funny thing about that is that they're saying that the crime it's not as if the city has devolved into abstract violence.
Right. It's not like New York in the 70s.
No, it's basically a safe city. Crime is down. The crime stats are down. And they're like, yes, they're writing less tickets. And it's not as if their people are doing less of anything.
Yeah.
We're just like, people are still reporting thefts. They're still reporting whatever, but way less of it. And the cops are taking reports. They're doing their job at a minimum. They're not going out and finding more crime.
Yeah.
They're not saying, hey, black kid who just looked into that store, stop and frisk,
right.
Weed, jail. You know, like it's...
Stop and frisk, weed, jail.
Right. If you're a black kid in New York, that's basically how it goes.
How was your day today, honey? Stop and frisk, weed, jail.
Shoot a black kid.
Same old.
Yeah. And the story now is playing out as, what do we need them for? Why do we need to have 30,000 of them? Because it is the 7th largest army in the world. The New York Police Department is the 7th largest army in the world. Take that for a second and just mull that over in your head. There are countries that have less actually, no, I don't think it's the size. I think it's the equipness. They're the 7th best equipped army in the world. So, I
guess you can make an argument that if you do it per capita
is also
that's probably a huge.
But keep in mind
but then you got to keep in mind that Israel or something like that, like everyone's technically a member.
But the population's very low. Like New York City and Israel probably have about the same amount of people.
95% of the people
are in the military.
Then
Well, here's the fact I know. I know that any one time in New York there are 30,000 cops on duty.
Okay.
So that adds up to a lot of cops.
And there's overall. 8 million people who live there.
8 million people in the city. So assume that there's 3 shifts plus some backups. Maybe there's 100,000 police officers.
Mm-hmm.
So 100,000 to 8 million is 0.8%. No?
I don't know.
Something
I turn off the math part of my brain when we start being funny.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Now we're talking about...
It's on before.
Now we're talking about terrorism, which is hilarious.
But anyway, so it's... people are, like I said, everybody's looking to find their own thing to talk about.
Yeah.
If they had guns, then somebody else would have stopped it. Well, if there weren't so many guns in the world, it wouldn't have happened. We need more police. We need less police. We need to hate Muslims. Well, no, we actually probably should stop hating Muslims, and maybe they'll stop hating. Everybody's got a thing. So
I don't know if there's like a solution out there.
Probably not.
But I imagine that most of it begins with chilling the fuck out. Like maybe
I got this magic elixir. It's called fuck it. If you wrap it up in these papers and you smoke it, all of a sudden, man, this light bill, I don't know how I'm going to pay that light bill. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. Man, fuck that goddamn light bill.
I like the dark.
I got some candles. I've been waiting to use these motherfuckers.
As long as my laptop's got battery and my neighbors have Wi-Fi.
Everybody needs to chill the fuck out.
No.
Or everybody needs to start reading my blog and getting pissed and let's overthrow this bitch. JK.
Well, I guess that's the 2 ways it could go.
Yes.
We could either just let everything roll downhill.
Right.
And just, sort of take it one day at a time. Just, take things as they come. Or we could violently uprise against every single injustice in the world.
I'll go with door number 2, Alex. And behind door number 2, top. Stop resisting. Top.
And then here I am behind door number 1. Here I am behind door number 1 watching Netflix all night. Yes. What sounds more pleasant?
By the way, did you watch the new season of Marin? You're a Marin fan, right?
I am, but I haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah, Netflix has a new season on it.
Cool.
It's good. Yeah,
My brother Brendan sent me a thing today. I got an email from Netflix, and I got a push notification on my phone saying Brendan thinks you might enjoy this show.
What show? Marin?
Oh no, I can't remember what it's like. I don't know, something that he's watching. I
always find that when I get those, I'm like, wow, this person doesn't know anything about me. Like, I obviously would not enjoy this.
Well, Brendan seems to know what I like.
Okay.
And now
I get
because
people who send me stuff like, cops, heroes of the streets. I'm like, you don't know me at all.
Hey, Corey.
Maybe.
I was watching this thing and...
Okay, my Brendan impression is number 3 on the list.
I thought maybe you'd like it too. And, you know how I told you about that BoJack Horseman thing? Yeah, that was pretty good, right? So here you go. Now you watch this one.
I'm gonna go bang my super hot girlfriend.
Hey, your AP's Westy Bessie. All right then.
Should we do this thing? Is this gonna happen?
Carry on then.
It always devolves to sex when I'm involved. I don't know why. I don't know why that is.
Here's a good one. I'm channeling Brendan again.
Okay.
I don't know if I necessarily get this whole sex with 7 people thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, what don't you get about it?
Well, I mean, like, you know, like what does everybody else do?
Well, I mean, they do what they want to do.
Like, well, no, I mean, like, I get that point, but I'm like, so, like, do you have sex with one of them?
Sometimes, yeah.
And then, like, the rest of them just, like, I don't know, like Parcheesi or something like that?
The human centipede.
Oh, is that it?
Yes.
They just line up like a human centipede?
Yes.
That's
exactly what they do.
That movie wasn't that bad, actually. I think a lot of people give it shit, but it's not. You know.
But don't think. Have you seen the Key and Peele bit? Have you seen the Key and Peele bit? Where
No.
Human centipede?
No.
Like the awkward human centipede reunion? Where they're like, oh, dude! Oh, you remember me? No, I don't remember you. Oh, we got kidnapped by that crazy guy in Germany. I was in the front. You're in the middle. That other guy was in the back. Yeah, no.
Still the best is the South Park.
Oh, wait.
Human centipede.
Oh, human centipede. That's right.
Why can't it read?
I thought we were talking about Key and Peele
And the whole side, the whole B plot with Cartman, like talking about how his mom's fucking him. Because she won't buy him an iPad. And
Did you ever see...
Everyone takes it literally. Like, she's like literally fucking.
Yeah.
It's like,
my mom won't stop fucking me.
You say your mom fucks you? Yeah, she fucks me on my birthday. She fucks me on Christmas.
Did you see the one where they had the...
The least you could do is go to a stop and lube if you're gonna... I don't know.
Did you see the one where they had the VR headsets?
No.
What are those things called? Oculus Rift?
Oculus Rift?
Yeah.
Which is owned by Facebook now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking disappointing.
Well, welcome to the future.
Oh, shit. Anyway, so at the end of it, they're real boys.
Yeah, I saw the picture.
Yeah, and it's real boys in there, so it's fine. We've really stumbled across the finish line here. We really took a shit right there at mile 26.
Yeah. We're the girl who shit her pants at mile 26.
Oh, sad face. The only picture I can find is a guy, so we have to shift that now. We're the guy who
Oh.
shit his pants.
Should I edit it crudely like I did the beginning of the podcast last week?
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't notice. What was edited?
Like when you put your hand up in front of your face and I put the...
Oh, I didn't even watch the video.
Oh.
Shit. I gotta watch it.
Did you ever watch the Spotlight?
No.
The Spotlight special? Well, if you people out there are like Rob, then you should probably watch it because it's good times.
And he put a lot of work into it.
I did put a lot of work into it.
Yes, there was a lot of work.
It was a lot of late nights.
I appreciate that work by going and clicking the thumbs up on YouTube. Which, by the way, you should all click the thumbs up on YouTube, like and subscribe. Therefore, that way you can make sure you get all of our new content.
Or subscribe on any one of the places where you do podcasts, your iTunes, your Dogcatcher, your... Stitcher. It's all good.
Right. Yeah, all of this.
Or comment. Tell everybody that you like it.
So, I'll tell you, I am really excited to come back and be super tan and have a conversation about a new tropical island.
Look like George Harrison.
Is it Harrison? No, George Harrison's in the Beatles.
Who's the one I'm thinking about?
George Harlan? No.
No.
George Carlin?
No.
George Hamilton.
Hamilton. There's the one.
Sounds like... You know,
sounds like Lewis Hamilton.
I am going now that the edits of the book are finally done. Finally, I am going to take my vacation.
Just gonna give my big-eyed look. Now that the book has finally been read by everybody who is supposed to read the book, Corey.
I'm going to take the time and do the edits and sit in the sun and get some sun and come back and I'll tell you how awesome Puerto Rico is.
All right, well, I look forward to that.
Absolutely.
In the meantime, if you want more of the Anthem, go to otheanthem.com, Corey at otheanthem.com, otheanthem on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Oh, we need to... Okay, next week, we're doing our... starting our special thing with the Google Plus or whatever.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So we'll do that.
Special thing.
Yeah.
Our special.
During the week off, we're going to write a lot of things.
A lot of new material.
Yeah.
We'll be right back at you in a week with new material.
And we'll talk about all the relevant news the week afterwards, because
right, exactly. It'll be strangely dated, I think.
Yeah.
But it'll be fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, don't worry about it. It'll be good. I'm sure you all enjoy it. And the listener line 443-219-7595.
What was that number again?
It is 443-219-7595.
And you can find me at Robert and Cheek at all your social networks: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vine,
Snapchat,
Tinder, Tumblr, Snapchat, Cooper Tires, Snapchat. Also, you can check out a dead drop.
Send ads on Snapchat, just like 10-second, like
yeah,
a girl with her shirt pulled up and just like Natty Bow stickers on the breast instead. And just like, man, I love following Natty Bow.
Okay, so first of all,
on Snapchat,
there are girls webcam girls who make money doing that,
and
then they also send Snapchats to people that you can pay for a service to get a Snapchat.
You know, we talked earlier. I guess we have a few minutes here where we can tag on. But so Michael Phelps' ex lady friend, quote unquote lady friend, quote unquote lady friend, is getting somewhere $100,000 plus for her porno.
Right.
I'm trying to remember the last time that I've actually spent money on porn.
Right.
Like, it was a while ago.
People spend money on porn now.
Do they?
Yeah, they do. They buy, brazzers and porn stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's so much free porn out there.
Well, it's
not like
free,
it's not like the free porn is like, you know, all there's only 5 videos and everybody's doing it missionary.
There's advertising. There's
Jesus on the wall.
There's ads and there's a whole bunch. It's monetization.
Oh yeah, I understand that there's monetization. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I don't necessarily see how one person involved in the making of said porn can create the ROI that spending $100,000, even if it's, let's just say it's $100,000.
Yeah,
spending $100,000 equals profit back.
A guy PewDiePie.
Yeah,
plays video games
on
camera.
Yeah,
and he makes $7 million a year.
Right.
What kind of ROI is that? People are stupid. By the way, a little piece of advice.
By the way, subscribe to us on YouTube.
Listen, a little piece of advice. If you are poor and or stupid, stop having babies. How about that? Can we make that a policy?
Can we talk about that next week?
Yeah, let's talk about that next week.
Okay.
Anyway, so you can find me on all your social networks at Robert and Cheek. Don't forget to check out deaddrop.com for all the latest news and everything that's going on in the world. Check out themovementinsurrection.com for more information about my book.
Buy Rob's book.
Buy my book. And check out foundingthefuture.us for my blog and on political rantings. Still hoping to get that Founding the Future podcast going this year. So always looking for suggestions on things to talk about. Otherwise, you've been listening to the O The Anthem podcast, part of the O The Anthem digital network. For Corey, this is Rob.
Oh my God, you guys, that was such a great podcast, don't you think? We're happy to introduce you to both Gina and Becky from the Babes in Birdland podcast. Hopefully you'll be seeing a little bit more of them as the year goes on. Before you go, make sure you like and subscribe so you see all our new videos, and check out the Best of 2014 Spotlight Special and the full episode from last week. Until next time, have a great week, everybody.